having hmm, let's speak about outdoor advertising. So this outdoor advertising is also called it as mural advertising. This outdoor advertising is actually an oldest form of advertising, and also here most of the people prefer even today outdoor advertising because people feel and think that the outdoor advertising will have an effective and it can reach to a mass number of people. So this press publicity is also basically an indoor advertising. So what this actual press publicity? So this press publicity in the sense here, it also called as advertising, wherein papers and through papers, newspapers and all, they give advertising about the products and all. So here outdoor advertising projects the messages to a large number of people of the same interest. So here whenever you are doing any kind of an advertising and all, so here we will be finding that large number of people are going to find it interest because most of the people prefer going out. So when they go out, obviously there will be so much of advertisement which will be displayed everywhere. So with that we can have lot many people who will be knowing about the product existence and they find it that product can be purchased because of advertisement. So here the product that need a wider appeal use this method. So whoever is wanted that if the sales to be have and they profit to be on more. So such kind of strategies will be adopted so that the product can be reached to more number of people. And also here advertising can also be done to make a public know about the existence of the product and also it can reach to a mass number of people where when outdoor advertising happens people move around. So here when people are moving they'll be noticing the advertisement which will be given and whenever the advertisement happens outdoor advertising definitely it is not going to be only the words in mouth, it will be attractive pictures, attractive somehow the other ways where people find it attractive from a very long distance. So that's the reason most of the strategies to do advertising will happen usually from an outdoor itself. Though it's an oldest, but even now also when in these the thing we are going to be finding this outdoor advertising as a very important tool when we do an advertising. Now let's know what the merits we are having. So one of the merits it says that outdoor advertising is capable of gaining more attention. Obviously, whenever we are having outdoor advertising, it makes us capable of gaining more attention. So when we walk around, we'll be noticing the advertisement. It can be either given in pictures where the product actually what it is in a big photos or a celebrity will be there. So whenever we see such kind of celebrities or a product which attracts to us, so with that we find that this outdoor advertising is actually capable of gaining more and more attention. So outdoor advertising always be in such a way that where we gain more of the attention because of pictures, because of or howsoever they try attracting people, though people outside will be so busy with their works, but still they find it attractive and they drag the attention of the public in such a way that people have to have a look on the outdoor advertising. So this is one advantage which we have. Next, it offers great selective. So it can also be used regionally locally or eventually nationally. So there is no particular place that outdoor advertisement has to happen only in regionally. It can also be locally, it can also be regionally or even nationally. Everywhere it is that outdoor advertisement is possible anywhere, any part of the country. It is there is no particular boundary or a limit to have an advertisement. Next, flexibility is present. Obviously, whenever we find such changes or anything which we would like to do it for outdoor advertisement, that flexibility is there in outdoor advertising. Next merit is it is semi-permanent. Semi-permanent means it is not like whenever you are going for an outdoor advertisement, so it is not like for years together find it the same advertisement which is displayed over the or or like that. So for some period of time, that advertisement will be there, and once again when they are having a new product, again they'll come with a new product advertisement. So that means that it is semi-permanent. Once a boat is exhibited, it could be kept there for a quite a long time. So if you are taking, so generally what happen is like when we are going for an advertisement, there will be a long hoardings and all. So when there is a long hoardings and all, at that time advertisement will take place. So that advertisement will happen for 1 year, 2 year. It depends on a seller how he has taken that deal and the boat for how long. Depending upon that, the auto advertisement will be there for a long time. And also, it is a very good medium to stress branding's package identity. Most of the people we all prefer brand things. So here when outdoor advertisement happens, people can get to know what brand is available, and also much they are going to stress on the brands and the package identity. So let's say that we are having product example, a Tresemme shampoo which we are using it, so the package identity also will be shown so by that picture. And then also what brand Tresemme is a brand, and also the package identity also will be shown in outdoor advertisement. So that means that it's actually a very good medium wherein people are stressing more on brand, and then also the package identity can also be seen through outdoor advertising. Then coverage will be very much greater. Every moving person will come to in contact about the product through outdoor advertising. And also it is very low cost. When we talk about television advertisement and what happens to happen television advertisement, we require celebrities, because now the trend is such that every people see and think that personality or a role model or a brand ambassador of that product. If Lux is being given, so with that product advertisement, there is Katrina, Aishwarya. So we feel that okay, brand ambassador of that particular product is this celebrity, and with that the product has been used. And if we also use the same product, then even we also will be the same thing. So it's a mentality of the people that whenever there is a brand ambassador, people psychology is such that if that has been used by so and so celebrity, why can't we use it? So when to get that kind of a celebrity, the cost will be too much, because the celebrity will be charging too high for such advertisement. But when it comes to outdoor advertising, we did not need to get any celebrity. Now we want any kind of advertisement to be given expensive. So overall, this outdoor advertising will be at a low cost. So these are the merits what I discussed. Coming to demerits, so the very first demerit here is it has been brief. Detailed explanation is not possible. This is one of the biggest demerit which we have in outdoor advertising, where detailed explanation will not be given. It's just that a product name, brand, and then for what price. So apart from that, as a customer, we require so much of information about that product, and then finally we decide to purchase that product or not. So if there is no much information is being provided, if there is no detailed explanation is being provided, then there are so many customers who not like to prefer to such products. So that means that the biggest demerit is it's quite brief advertisement, and also much explanation will not be given. So that is one demerit we have. Second, it has also present it also has presentation value. So the exact effect created on prospect is very difficult to measure. So how much ever you try to create and prospect, it will be too difficult to measure. The efforts what you if the work hard what you have done to make that advertisement outside will be very difficult. So you could not even measure it unless you do not know much about it. So that is also second risk. And then the third one, it could be used only as a supplementary form to other kinds of advertisements. People prefer to go for any product, it's like the advertisement what you like to give it outdoor advertising will just be in supplementary form. Either they can buy it or they may not buy it. So you giving more stress to the brand names, package identity, you keep informing to the public through a big posters or newspapers and all. So it's ultimately the consumer who buys the product. So that means that the outdoor advertising is not a permanent one, which makes a consumer to buy that product. So it is like an added benefit, or it can also be called it a supplementary form, which will be given to a customer. And also it's like customers preference will be too different. So what product information and what product advertisement which you are giving are not like by the customers, because every customer preferences change, every customer taste is different. So finally the product will be purchased based on the preference and taste of the customer. So giving an outdoor advertisement is just a supplementary form to other kinds of advertisement. So it may not be that effective, or it may not convince to the customer to buy the product. So all these are the demerits which we have. Now coming to kinds of outdoor publicity. So what kinds of outdoor publicity we are having? Till now we discussed that the outdoor is like people going out, they be seeing outside the advertisement of the product and how the merits and demerits we discuss. Now let's we discuss that the different kinds of outdoor publicity. So first what we have is mural advertising. So this mural advertising is also refers to posters. So we will be noticing that the advertisement will be given through posters, which are pasted on walls. So there are so many people prefer to go for an poster advertisement where they will be coming their products and little details about the product. So those posters will be pasted on the walls and advertising for a movie in this way. So they will be advertising in such a way that through banners, through posters, they will be getting to know about the product existence in the market and people may prefer it. So such kind of an method of doing advertising is what we are going to call it as mural advertising. Next, advertising boards. So this advertising boards, again, what happen here is they keep a certain fixed places, especially where people assembles it. So we know that there are so many advertisement which will be done in near signals. Why? Because people are going to get a stop over signals. So in signals and all, we'll be finding few boards where they give the product details and all. So that is also one method of doing advertisement, where they pick such locations where there should have more crowd or frequent assemble of the people, bus stops, air railway stations. So these are the places where people frequently go or assemble, and people always will keep watching surroundings. So here bus stop, railway stations, all these are the best examples for advertising boards. So these places are going to offer advertising to those people, and they try to drag the attention of the customers. So that is the second method or kind of outdoor publicity. The third what we have is vehicular advertising. So this vehicular advertising refers to moving advertisement. The name itself says that vehicular. That means that vehicle advertising. So we'll be seeing across us that there will be a vehicle, on vehicle they'll be having like some information about the product, and that vehicle keeps moving. Generally we'll be seeing it through buses, trains and all, where they will be having an advertisement over the buses, and that bus keeps moving in. So whosoever sees that, again they'll be knowing about the existence of the product. So such advertisement also attracts to those people who keeps having and who will be having a traveling across the places. So this is also called as moving way advertisement. So this advertising on moving vehicles, it can be either through buses, trains, where they'll offer samples of this, and also this will be a very large circulation, because that particular vehicle will not be seen only in one place. Since it keeps moving, so the advertisement will also happen all across wherever the vehicle moves. And this considered to be as in very effective because it is not targeting for one particular place itself. It is going to target for so many places where it keeps moving it. So it's actually very effective when it compares to other advertising. Next comes electric displays, neon signs. So this we all know that it is a new method, and also here this type of advertising will have more attractive form of advertising about the product. So whenever there is an electric display, neon signs and all, generally even a small kids also gets attracted with lights and all. So here people moving all around will be knowing what the advertisement is because of that electric display, or it can be through neon signs. So it attracts attention very easily, and also people act as memorizers. So people will understand, and also people will remember very soon. Why? Because it is so much attractive that with electric light displays or with neon signs and all, people take the attention as well as they act as a memorizer, which will be remembered for a long time. Even during dark night time also, advertisement will be done and it will be too attractive to the people. So that is also one type of outdoor publicity we have. Next, sky advertising. Sky advertising is also called as sky writing, where what happen is they'll be having a printed balloons, and also this will be distributed from aeroplanes. Usually what happens is like you will be having some product or details, and you need to go for an advertisement. So what you do is you will take sky advertising or in sky writing. So in sky writing, you might we all might have watched in movies and all that. Okay, through aeroplane and all, they will pass one message. That message is about the advertisement, which consists of their particular existence of the product. So by that also there will be a huge balloons which are floating, or there will be a name of the circus which they are going to conduct it in particular place. So what they do is they take sky writing through that they will write it on sky, or by balloons they are going to pass some message or about the existence of the product. So with that also advertisement can be reached to mass people, because when we look up we'll be knowing what is happening. It's not being focused for one locality, it is being to large number of people. Again, this kind writing is more effective outdoor publicity. Next, sandwich men. So sandwich men are like their hired person who moves in procession with board and notices, and also playing musical instrument. So why is that they're playing musical instruments? To attract the attention of public. So in cinema theaters and all, they will be arranging this kind of an advertisement when a new picture is released. So we all know that when films, you'll be seeing that a person will be there who will be holding board, or who will be noticing any playing musical instruments. And with that music, everyone likes music. With that music, our attention will go towards that particular person, and that particular person will give advertisement or any new information about the product or services. So again, this person also is doing outside. So that means that this is also outdoor publicity. So totally we are having six kinds of outdoor publicity: mural advertising, advertising boards, vehicular advertising, electric display, sky advertising, and the last one we have sandwich when advertising. Now coming to direct mail. So direct mail is nothing but where the mail will be given directly or advertisement will be given directly. So this direct mail is also called as direct advertising. Here what happened is like printed materials are going to be used to spread information. So printed messages means it can be related to products and all. So here printed materials are used to give the information about the products. So here we are having direct mail can have a different forms. So that forms we are going to discuss later. But before that, we are having a features of direct mail. So the first feature here is the message is directly addressed to the prospective consumers. So whatever message you have with regards to your product or services, that will be directly mailed to a customers. So we'll be knowing that if at all we are going for one shop purchasing any product, so the next time what happen is they will be taking our mail ID, and through that mail ID they will be giving us information about the new product through mail, or prospective customers will be getting the information about the new product existence. So that is one feature. The second feature is the message could be changed to suit different conditions. So it depends message, like if you are of a different taste and preference, the message will be of different, and if people are of a different mentality keeping for the product, so it's like product to product differs, customer to customer differs. So keeping that in mind, they are going to mail it to you. So it's all basically on the suit different conditions. So how the condition suits the customers, with that they are going to send us. Let's say that in the winter season we are going to give advertisement of winter clothes. So we will not take the summer clothes. It's like depending upon the suitable condition or the climate, the message or the product details will be communicated to a prospective consumer. Next comes advertising could be timed according to the wishes of the advertisers. So here it means that advertisement can happen based on the wishes for the advertisers. So how the advertiser wishes to give the advertisement. So if advertiser feels that the advertisement to be more attractive and draw the attention by giving some offers to those people who view it, or howsoever the advertiser finds it easy and dragging more attention, in that way he can do it, then it is actually economical, because we are directly mailing to our prospective consumers instead of wasting paper or traveling from one place to another place again, having more cost for that. All these things are not there here. It's actually a very with less price, and also it is more economic, this direct mail. Then the greatest advantage of this method is its capacity to create and maintain personal contact. Since you are having a direct mail, since you are having a direct contact with the customer, the biggest advantage on this method is that they will be having a capacity to create and to maintain a personal contact. So all these are the features of direct mail we are having. Now next, coming to the different sources, what is there to be prepared for direct mail. First, here you have to list of present and past customers. So as an advertiser, you need to have in mind that when you have a direct mail, you need to list which are your present customers and which are your past customers. So by keeping this in mind, you have to put a direct mail. It should not be like you are mailing to such person who are nowhere interested in your product and nor he is willing. So you need to differentiate who are your present customers and who are your past customers. So that you have to prepare it. Next, list prepared by salesman. So as a salesman, he has to prepare the list. What list he'll be preparing, what is that mail you have to do it, and any advertisement attraction which you would like to give it. Let's say that you are giving a discount, buy one get one free. So it can be marketing strategies can be very different. So here you need to prepare a list by a salesman as how you are giving a sales to your customers. So you'll be getting discount, Deepavali offer will be there. So many festivals and all will be there. By that festival, you will be getting a mail from a particular company or an industry who gives us the product information and all. So here the list will be prepared by salesman, and the next list compiled from dictionary like telephone directories, voter list and all. So here if they want to mail it, though you are not in contact with the business product and all, but yet they will be giving you all the information. From where are they getting? They'll be having telephone dictionary or voters list. Through that, they will be collecting all the details about the customers and they will be sending the information about the product existence. Then government records, government also will be maintaining records of every citizen of a country when they are preparing for income tax or birth registration list also will be there. By that, they will be collecting the details of customers. With that, they'll be mailing to those customers about the existence of the product. Why these people are choosing this? Because the biggest merit of direct mail is that it is low cost. People will need not need to spend more amount in direct mail, nor they'll be having so much of patience to get the product sold the market after spending so much. So that's why they want to have a direct contact. What happens if we as an businessman taking the consumers directly and approaching to those consumers to buy the product, we can get to know the taste preference of customers. So when we are nowhere touch with the customers and trying keep on sending the mails, then it's of no use. So here what it says is like you have to get to know about the consumers by seeing the history of past and present customers. So with that you will get to know that how many customers are willing to buy your product. So in that way you can convince them by sending the mails to those customers. So I was discussing about the requirement. So government also will be maintaining the records. So with that records, they will be knowing through income tax, birth registration list, they'll be collecting the details about the customers. Through that details, they'll be mailing to those consumers. Next, record of membership kept by civil and social organization. So records also will be maintained by civil and social organization. So by all these things, they will be getting the sources from a various sources, and through that they will be having a direct mail. So the final step is a distribution of the printed message. So after collecting from different sources, the final step will be that they will be having a printed message, and this can be done by mail itself. Since the topic itself says that direct mail, so they'll be collecting all different information from a different or various source, and with that they will be printing that message, and all that can be done through mail, through retail store or inside packages. Next, what we have merits. So what can be the merits of direct mail? So the first merit it says about selectivity is the greatest advantage. So here the advertise could reach any part of the country and have its message conveyed. How? Because of direct mail. How did they get the details about the consumer? They have got the details from past customers or by the telephone directories, voter list, or income tax. So we found it from various sources, right? So from that, what we do is we will reach from any corner of the place, and we are going to convey what message we wanted to convey. How is it we are conveying? By mail. That is one merit we are having. Then ability in creating a personal contract. So as I told you that since the customers are being contacting directly, since a businessman is contacting directly to the customer, here they will be having a personal contact with the, so in the personal contact, what happens is like we can get to know the personal opinion about the consumers, about the product, personal contact. With that, we get to know the taste preference of the consumer. So all these things we can get to know only when we are close. So that means that first thing what it has to be there is, and they should have an ability to create a personal contract. So here press advertising is meant for a larger mass. So press advertising is not only for a selected. So since it is for a larger mass, whereas direct mail is intended for addresses only. So this direct mail is best suited for large mass number of people. Next, what merit we have here is the message that cannot be given through advertisement could be managed through direct mail. Obviously, whenever we are going to type something over the phone and all, that message information will not be so much effective because that message is going to get split from 1 to 3 in that way. But when we are mailing it in one content itself, the entire information will be sent. So that's the third merit we are having. So totally we are having three merits. First is it is a selectivity, very greatest advantage which we could get it through this because we are conveying to the people about the product at a very large or any part of the country. Next, we are having such ability where we are creating a personal contact with the consumers. And the third merit what we have here is message. It cannot be given through messages, can be given through mail because through mail, how much ever you add the content, the same message will be the same mail can be sent it without any split. Now next coming to demerits. Demerit it talks about it is not cheap as postal charges are high. So people say that it is not costly and all. So obviously it is not costly and also here what happens it is actually not that less also because whenever we are having a meal and all a postal charges will be there which will be too high. So that is one demerit. Next, the preparation of a proper mailing list is not an easy job. As we wanted, as I discussed, that there are few sources of direct mail. So there, the people have to get it the list of present and past customers. Then they have to prepare the salesman list. Then they have to collect the information from telephone, voter IDs, then government also will be providing. So to collect all this information is not easy at all. So the preparation of proper mailing list to whom to be sent, to whom not to be sent, who are your target customer, whether those target customers are interested to buy your product, to get all this list prepared by you and sending that mails is actually not an easy job. Over the night, over a month, we cannot do it because as a producer or as an advertiser, you need to understand who are actually your consumers. So with that itself, if you do it, then the things will be easy. If you are generally you are dropping a mailing to all the mass number of people to buy the product, then it is actually not easy. Next, it has not provided it supremacy in all fields. Direct mail has not gained much advantage as other has been gained. So again, direct mail is not that effective. Then the list, whatever is being prepared by the advertiser, would need to take much care because they are comparing the present customers and the present customer and past customers. So with that present customers and past customers, we need to understand who are the past customers who have not turned up to buy the product or who are not interested to buy your product. So that customers you need to remove because sending mails oftenly to the same repeated customers will be an irritated and people find it that it is actually a spam. Let us not focus on that. So you sending the efforts what has been given to make that mail effective to reach an exact person or customer will be too difficult. But you are not having an updated list, and in a short period, you want to give the details about the product to those customers who are not interested is all wastage of time. So what we have to do here is we need to keep updating and also the list which is being prepared to be taken with an utmost care so that it should not be outdated in a very short time. And the last one, it has proved to be ineffective ineffective. This direct mail as considered as ineffective because there is no personal examination has been there is no personal examination has been done. So if there is personal examination has been done, that means that if the list whatever is being prepared, if they are updating oftenly, there you will get to know the exact number of count as how many customers are trying or willing to buy your product. So with that, you can have a personal examination with those customers and you can focus for those employees itself. Sending the mail to mass number of people and not getting any sales is utterly a foolish decision which can be done by an advertiser. So as an advertiser, he has to that what the mail he has done with a personal examination itself he has to do it, else it would be ineffective because of not doing personal examination.